Hey, it's Gigi. Welcome to my channel. I just want to begin by saying thank you so much to everybody that's been supporting me. I love you guys. I'm extremely grateful. If you're new to this channel and this message resonates, then please hit the subscribe button. Also, guys, can you please make sure that you're liking these videos? I'm really trying to reach as many people in the collective as possible. All right, with that being said, let's jump in. I'm coming on to do my message to Divine Feminine. I've been excited about this reading all week because there's been some major energy shifts happening, and also just I know that my energy's been off, so I'm pretty sure it's a collective thing. All right, I want to ask the universe to place a bubble around me and anybody else that's tuning into this video. Fill that bubble with bright white lights, 3 golden rings, and violet flames. May it shine so bright that nothing negative is ever able to attach. What's going on with my Divine Feminine this week? Cards flipping. Let's see what comes out. I'm using the Vice Versa deck and also my African American Tarot deck. Okay. So the first cards we had to flip out were the Knight of Swords, the Queen of Swords, and the Six of Cups. Wow. That's crazy. And I'm going to actually do this one a little different and pull the clarification cards now because, yeah, the Devil energy is clarifying the Knight of Swords. Clarity on the Queen of Swords. The Page of Swords. There is a lot of swords in this reading, so you could very well be dealing with an air sign. Nine of Swords. Okay. Alright, Divine Feminine. With the Knight of Swords coming out, especially in the Vice Versa position, it's seeming like this week you're getting out of something. Like, I don't know what it is, but it's a negative energy. We have the Devil card right clarifying this one. So this is letting me know that you are moving away from something. There's been like a darkness, like just something that doesn't serve you, something that's very heavy. And this week I feel the handcuffs coming off. I just felt like a release in my heart. Whatever this is has been very heavy on your heart, and it's something that has kept you karmically bound for so long that I just hear you saying, oh, like when it finally comes off, it feels like you lose 10 pounds, whatever's been on your heart. So maybe you're going to be speaking your truth to somebody and it's like it sets you free, or you're going to be cutting a cord because with the new moon energy, this is a time to cut those cords. Cut them off, get that karmic debt off of you. It could be karmic debt or mindsets. You're saying goodbye to some devilish energy. And all I feel is release. And also, if you pay attention to the card, this knight is moving out of the storm. So you've gone through this tower moment, these dark moments, and just kind of sitting in that space of going back and forth and that heavy energy that I was talking about. But I just feel this week the chains coming off. They're coming off of your heart. They're coming off of your mind. And you're freeing yourself, and it feels so good. This is crazy because on my mirrors, my affirmation for the last 2 weeks has been, I'm free. I am free. And so to see and feel that and to feel the release, that's amazing. We have the Queen of Swords coming out. The Queen of Swords in the Vice Versa deck is a very powerful imagery. And I love the energy I'm pulling from this card because the Queen of Swords isn't a fearful woman. So I just feel that whatever it is that is releasing from your body and releasing off of your heart and releasing from your mind, whatever that shift is, that devil energy that's been holding you, when you cut the cord on that, it allows you to take your throne and to sit in your throne fearlessly. I just feel somebody that has a like, I don't care attitude. Like, I can do this. I'm here for a purpose. And look at the Queen of Swords. Like, look at her face. She's so stern and just powerful. The energy that is pulling is just, oh my goodness. Once you're free, it's like you see everything. You see everything So then it's like the little cords. You release something that's so big that it makes releasing the little cords nothing. So it's like whatever you drop this week, whatever burden you are free from, allows you to finally step into a space of just cutting cords left and right, releasing old small behaviors, just little things. The Page of Swords came out to clarify the Queen of Swords. And so he's dressed up. He has his gear on. I know you guys see that. Guys, you're ready for battle. So not only do you get out of this devil energy, you start to wake up to your own power and you realize that you're in charge of your life. No one is going to take care of you except for you. And that's not to say that your loved ones don't love you and nothing like that. It's not that low vibrational energy. It's just an energy of you discovering your own power and being willing to stand up for it and to defend it. Look at that. He's stone. Like, it's just you sticking to your beliefs. Whatever this ground-breaking awakening and releasing is, it allows you to just move forward from that point. Just truly setting your own boundaries and staying in your power. That's all I feel. And you deserve it, Divine Feminine. We deserve it. I'm a part of the collective, too. We have the Six of Cups energy coming out, clarified by the Nine of Swords. So this is a past life connection, I feel like. For you guys, it's just whatever this is has been rooted in your life for so long that you may have thought you would never be free from it, or you thought you couldn't live. You thought you couldn't live your life without it. And it could be mindsets, because I know I have mindsets that were once here to protect me, but now they become a burden. And so it's you just freeing yourself. I just feel mental restrictions, and it's caused you to maintain friendships and situations that you didn't need to keep around you. And so now look at that warrior. He's on top of the hill, ready to cut this out, ready to get it out of your life. I said there was air energy in this reading. There's just an energy of truth also. So yes, you could very well be dealing with an air sign, but all of these swords represent your truth. Your truth is the answer this week. Your truth is the only thing that you can speak or offer to the world this week. Like literally at work, everywhere. Your truth sets you free. It gets you out of situations that you didn't want to be in. And it's just, you don't have to have that disease to please this week. You don't have to wear that mask anymore. You don't have to sit in a space of, oh, well, I need to be happy, or I need to pretend to do this, or I need to do this for that person. It's like this week you take your own power back. That's all I just see throughout these cards. It's like, if you don't want to do it, you say no. Let's get some more energy. What's following the Knight of Swords for this week? Wow. The Eight of Cups. Following the Queen of Swords this week. What is following the Queen of Swords this week? The Devil came out in this reading 2 times. Like, wow. Six of Cups. And the Page of Wands shows up. I'm also going to pull one more card for the Six of Cups just to see what's really going on over there. The Queen of Cups. Yeah. This is crazy. Eight of Cups is clarifying the Knight of Swords in the Devil card. So you're walking away from your past. There's been a connection, and it does not have to be romantic, but there's been a connection of some sort that in some way has been restricting you or holding you back. Look at the way that sun and the moon is colliding, and then this person's in the black coat just walking away. They're not looking back at those cups. They're not looking back at their past. They realize it just no longer serves them. And I feel like it's not a relationship for some people. Like some of you guys are walking away from jobs, like just walking away from things that didn't bring you emotional fulfillment anymore. You've been down, you've been out. You've been thinking about this for a while, going back and forth and back and forth. And, oh, maybe I'll stay. Maybe I won't. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. And this week, I just feel your truth, it comes to the surface. And you can't avoid it. You can't hide it. With that Devil energy coming out again, guys, just be very mindful of you know, when you're trying to release something, it's going to work its hardest to stay around or to stay in your area. And that could just be mindsets, because I know as I'm trying to free myself from my mindsets, literally, it's sometimes I find them creeping back in. That's getting out of that devil space, getting out of that ego, realizing that you have those old mindsets creeping back up, realizing that this person's just doing the same thing that they've always done to pull you back in. Do not fall victim to it. Allow yourself to free yourself this week. Allow yourself to follow what you know is right, what your intuition's been telling you. The devil doesn't show up 2 times in one reading for nothing. This is the only card that came out 2 times. So it's just really time for you to pay attention, time for you to free yourself. We have the Queen of Cups clarified, or the Queen of Cups is clarifying. The Queen of Pentacles is clarifying the Page of Wands, and that's the Queen of Wands. I'm all tongue-tied, just staring at the cards. The Queen of Cups is just, you're moving into a space of being in charge of your own feelings, being in charge of what you know to be true, being in charge of the life that you're trying to manifest, and honestly seeking and finding that emotional fulfillment. That is your outcome this week. Just seeing you sitting on your throne. She's holding her cup. She's not afraid. It's time for you to walk away from those things that no longer serve you, because the disease to please and everything that we tend to hold on to as feminine in general, it puts us in a low vibrational space. It allows your energy to be used in places and in things that it shouldn't be. This week, it's about you learning how to put that energy into yourself. And I feel like by the end of the week, you master that. You've been on this journey, walking, figuring it out, taking steps, healing, going through the motions, going through everything that you've faced. You've gone through so much, because even as the cards are moving on, it's just moving straight out of the darkness, and then the rest of the cards, you end pure daylight. You came out of the storm and you made it to a new day. There is no need for you to continue to find yourself falling back into old patterns, falling back into old mindsets, falling back into the arms and into the situations of things that do not resonate with you anymore. It's time. You're really finally ready to close out the cycles, close out those chapters. Yep, the Chariot. I'm going to pull 2 more cards. Queen of Swords comes out again. So now we have double confirmation of your truth setting you free. And one more card. One more card. That was way more than one. Even the Chariot has a sword in this deck. Like, this whole reading has been swords. So there could very well be air signs in your charts, because in your chart or in your life, or your truth is just fire. Like, this week, that's all I feel is just swords. And even right here, she's moving away from the tornado. So your life is looking like something that you haven't recognized. You're becoming something that you've never recognized or known or been. So therefore, it's easy for you to want to get back into those old mindsets and to fall back into things that are familiar for you, because that is what you know. If you know that, you will constantly want to go back, because comfort is easy. You know, change is difficult. You're moving away from it, though. I feel like that tornado already came. Your house is destroyed. Everything, your foundation, as you know it, has already been destroyed. And all you can do now is move forward. And you're not afraid at all. When the fear is creeping up, that's that ego energy. Because your heart, your conscious, your higher self realizes and knows that what you're moving towards is something that is completely different and better than what you are in right now. And it's not to say that your life is terrible, but I mean your mindsets. Just, that's all I feel, just trapped. Queen of Swords is here again. Look at that. All these swords. This is just confirmation that your truth is your power. Your truth is your honor. Everyone may not agree with it. Yeah, I just feel like a person in power, like in general, someone in power, like a mother figure, something to you isn't going to agree with what you need to say or what you have to do. Because it looks like she's explaining herself. Like she's sitting on the ground trying to explain herself. An authoritative figure is going to have something to say about something that you're doing. But you don't care. Her hand's literally like, okay, that's it. You don't have to worry about this anymore. You're done. Some of you guys might be getting news of pregnancy also, just because there's this energy. She's literally pregnant. The Queen of Cups represents the pregnancy energy. And it honestly just, I feel like somebody may be having a child and their family is against it. So you're needing to speak your truth. Maybe you've been hiding the pregnancy. But I feel like you're done. You're like, you know what? It's my life. We have, wrapping the reading up, the Page of Cups. So this is literally you moving in your own river of emotions, you flowing with the things that you want to attract, you flowing with the way of life, you flowing with what it is you're trying to manifest and what it is that's in alignment with your heart. Everybody may not understand nor agree with that, but it does not matter. It is not their life. It is yours. You don't have to people please anymore. You don't have to hide from your truth. The storm is over. You're moving away from it. All of these cards show that. All of these cards show you moving from darkness straight to light. You don't have to be afraid any longer. Even in this card, his storm is behind him. Like, you're done. Your life as you know it will no longer be. You're moving towards higher ground, higher consciousness, and because of the awakening that you're having, lower vibrational things and things that just no longer serve you will not be present. We're going to get an Isis Oracle for my Divine Feminine. Such power. My heart feels, it's just like pumping with adrenaline. I'm going to take that. An Isis Oracle for Divine Feminine. Okay, so we have 2 cards coming out. I'm going to read them both. These are very long reads, so just beware. We have the Divine Sisterhood falling out first. I just got this card last night, so that's crazy. In community that is based in equality, respect, healthy boundaries, and personal freedom, with the mutual desire for spiritual growth and honoring of innate wisdom, great miracles occur. You are a part of this community of light. At one time it existed only in the spiritual world, yet now it is being born on the earth. It is a part of your destiny to help create and nurture a conscious community that empowers all of its members and is based in truth. Letting the Divine Feminine nourish you now into new relationships, collaborations, community, and friendships is very wise. There are many souls with whom you have spiritual contracts decided upon birth before you were born who wish to help you, and whom you can help too. As you grow together in peace and light and wisdom, your light has value on its own, of course, but it is also of deep service when it is visible to others, lighting the way. You are guided to allow the beloved Isis to help you now through community. There can be strength in numbers. Community can help you gain the added power of group effort to rise above the old patterns and lift each other into the new patterns that are so much more real and beautiful. In unity with the divine and each other, we grow and become capable of such wonders. Mother Isis says that there is so much light awakening within our planet and so much spiritual light gifted to Earth from celestial beings at this time that it makes sense to build a large enough container to receive it. Groups that are willing to learn to connect at heart level, honoring each other as divine beings, can become capable of calling in and receiving tremendous forces of light in service to humanity and the earth. If you have had enough electricity to power a city, you wouldn't try to fit it in one house. Likewise, with all this spiritual electricity becoming available on the earth, groups are needed to help it to circulate and flow. You are wise and grounded enough within yourself not to lose yourself in a group, and instead to help a group become a community of honoring individuals. Your leadership may be example is important as groups. Your leadership by example, by example is important as groups can sometimes descend to the lowest energetic vibration if the members fall into their egos rather than staying in their hearts. Yet if the members can stay in their hearts, the group can lift each other up rather than pull each other down. The oracle of divine sisterhood is based on the love between the goddesses of ancient Egypt, Hathor, Isis, Bastet, and Sekhmet, and more. They are often pictured with similar symbols and hairdresses, and share some iconography that helps us realize that although they are divine individual beings, they are connected as unique expressions of something greater. If you accept all of this but still cannot find your spiritual home here and have been wondering where your community is, you are not alone. They are looking for you too. Say yes to opportunities to meet like-minded people and let Isis guide you through circumstances, opportunity, and spontaneous moments as you and your beloved sisters and brothers find each other together for group benefit. This is also guidance that you are moving into empowerment of your own divine feminine and are capable of helping others enter into theirs. The role of the divine sisterhood is about empowering all, not one above the other, and growing in wisdom with listening and sharing, through allowing for the uniqueness of all beings and encouraging growth all to grow from a win-win perspective. If you are in a community but are finding that the group ego is becoming more powerful than the group soul, and the energy of the community is pulling you down rather than lifting you up, then this oracle is saying to trust in the divine feminine to lead you onwards. Give your best and most truthful expression and effort, but if this community is not of a vibration that can work for you, then move on. Without judgment of fear, just move on and trust with the law of magnetism. You will attract yourself into a community that has the best vibration for you. If you have found that you have guidance to build community yourself and are feeling a little overwhelmed at the thought, stay calm and stay in your heart. Allow yourself to collaborate with others and work in smaller groups and connections with each other as a way to build community together. It will happen naturally. The divine sisterhood will guide you if you ask for their assistance with unconditional love. Okay, so that is a perfect message for my divine feminine, our divine sisterhood. And the last card that we got was stay true and be in your power. You are a sovereign, divine. Of course, the card is stay true and be in your power. I just now paid attention to that. That was what the whole reading was about. You are a sovereign divine being with a spiritual authority and freedom within you. You do not need permission from anyone to be who you are and live your life as you so choose. This is your divine birthright. Guard it as the precious treasure that it is, and remember that you are a divine being. The flail and the crook, often held by Osiris, are symbols of divine royalty and dominion. These symbols remind us that within we hold great dominion, spiritual authority, and freedom to be the sovereign ruler of our own self. This does not mean that we have to control life or others or even the environment around us, but it does give us complete and utter choice to become as spiritually awake, free, and self-determined as we wish to be, as well as providing us with complete choice as to what our values and actions will be this lifetime. There is no permission required from anyone, apart from yourself, to be and live your truth. There are many voices that will test you on the journey, from illusory shackles of fear, loss, or abandonment that may hold you back or tempt you into giving your power away to others. You shall awaken from the testing into the realization of spiritual independence within. Of course, there is more to spiritual authority than just recognizing that it lies within you. There are times when you must act on it, guard it, and protect it, which means recognizing when others seek to exert influence over you for their own reasons, or when you are being manipulated out of your own authority, becoming blind to your own power of choice, and instead believing that things are just the way that they are, and you cannot question or query. Sometimes during such challenges, to wield the crook and flail, to exert one's own spiritual authority requires that you stand your ground and remain true to your knowing. This is not about achieving a certain outcome or attempting to control something or someone, or even forcing things to be as you wish they could be. Standing your ground means always telling yourself the truth and not selling out or giving away something that has genuine spiritual truth and meaning for you. It is not about making another see things the same way. It is about honoring your own truth, and if your truth is wise enough to include compassion, then honoring the other, even when the other disagrees with you or seeks to harm you out of their own fear. You do not have to challenge another in order to honor your truths and inner authority. If you feel that another has to agree with you in order for your authority to be intact, then it isn't genuine authority at all. The fact that you don't need to have the agreement of others in order to live an empowered life can be a liberating realization. Yet, there are times when life can feel like an assault against your truths, with many challenging you. For those souls who have come to master spiritual authority this lifetime, there is a test: to remain true without becoming dogmatic, to honor what you know is true without minimizing, judging, or dismissing the truths of another that are different to yours. You have the power to create and own your reality, and you do not need permission from anyone else to do this. Honor your spiritual sovereignty. Let the Lady Isis help you find your spiritual authority and have freedom of choice now. That is powerful. All right, Divine Feminine. Your truth is the key this week. Honor it, respect it, love it. You guys, I love you so much. Thank you for tuning in with me. Be sure to like this video and also subscribe. Thank you so much. Namaste.